Hello everyone, my name is Tushar Kane. I cleared the civil services examination in the year 2018, on the basis of which I was allotted the Indian Audit and Account Service. Right now I am an officer trainee undergoing induction training at the National Academy of Audit and Accounts in Shimla. I am also the president of my batch. Today I am here to talk about the civil services examination, particularly the interview stage, because recently UPSC released the schedule for the conduct of remaining of the interviews beginning from 20th July. So, for that purpose, let me give you a quick introduction about myself. Uh, I did my graduation in engineering physics from Delhi Technological University, formerly known as DCE. And post that, I worked as a manager, RBI Grade B officer with the Reserve Bank of India for 16 months. And this is my second job. Talking about the civil services examination, it's a three-stage examination. The first being the preliminary stage, in which around 7 to 8 lakh candidates appear every year for exam. Out of them, only around 10 to 12,000 candidates finally get a chance to appear in the mains examination, which consists of 4 general studies paper and 1 essay paper, which are mandatory in nature. And apart from this, there is one optional subject which is required to be chosen by the candidate, and there are 2 language paper also which are qualifying in nature. I chose history as my optional subject. And the third stage in this examination is the interview stage, in which around 2000 to 3000 people finally get a chance to appear for interviews before UPSC. The first thing is to understand the importance of interviews in the overall selection process. Let me give you a marks breakup. Interviews account for about 275 marks out of the total 2025 marks, which is quite a huge number. And not only this, the range of marks which is awarded by UPSC to the candidates is also very wide, because one person might get 110 marks while the other candidate might be getting over 200 marks, which can overall change the whole dynamics of the examination, because even a slight difference of about 1 to 2 marks can change your service from IAS to IPS or from IPS to IRS. Secondly, it can also impact your overall prospects of getting selected in the examination and appearing your name appearing in the final list, because even a slight difference of about 1 to 2 marks can get you outside the list, even though you have prepared well in your mains examination. So interview stage is a very important stage and needs to be taken seriously, and candidates should prepare and start preparing right after their mains examination and should not waste time till the mains result. Now, how to go about with your interviews preparation? The first and the most important step in your interviews preparation is filling up your DAF with utmost sincerity and honesty, because most of the question which would be asked to you during your preparation would be based on the information which you have provided in your DAF. So please refrain from providing any kind of information which you cannot substantiate or justify in case a question is being asked to you during your interviews. Second major thing is that you should be thorough with the basic concept which were taught to you during your graduation. You might be an engineer or from economics background, but try to brush up the basic concept at least, because questions may be asked from your graduation areas. The third important area from which questions are asked is your work experience. There may be many people among you who would be working already, so please be thorough with your work experience, and particularly what was your job in the organization, what was your role, and overall the functioning of the organization should also be known to you, because questions may be asked. For example, I worked as a manager in RBI and I was working in the issue department, which is a part of the Department of Currency Management. They straight away asked me the question, what was my role and how did this operate, the whole of the issue department. So they asked also about my role in the organization as well as the overall functioning of that department. So you must be thorough with your work experience. The next important area to focus is your optional area, because questions are bound to be asked to you from your optional subject. So be thorough with your optional subject, and also particularly those area of your optional which have been in news recently. For example, my optional was history. Any kind of news regarding finding of a new evidence related to historical past or changing in the methods of historiography, it automatically become important for you, and so you should be prepared for those areas which have been in news recently. And thirdly, I would say ki try to be in touch with people who can motivate you and keep and fill you up with a little bit positivity, because mindset is very important when you go for your interviews, right? So for example, I was in constantly in touch with Rashid sir, because he was my teacher of history when I took my coaching for general studies. So after clearing my mains, I had asked him to prepare a questionnaire based on my DAF, and also about questions which can be the probable question which can be asked from history. And apart from that, also on the area from where I come, that is Delhi. So he helped me a lot during that time, because if questionnaires are prepared, you can easily guess ki what you can easily prepare for those questions, and it gives you a sense of confidence when finally when you go to the interview. So because you have at least something prepared, and some sort of questionnaires is before you, from which you can then brush up your you can base your interview preparation on those questions. And lastly, people say ki, how important it is to appear in mock interviews. I would say mock interviews are important because it gives you a feel of the actual interview day. So appear in mock interviews, but I would say ki appearing in too many mock interviews can be counterproductive sometimes. So 2 or 3 mock interviews are good enough and optimum. Don't try to go for a lot of mock interviews. It can confuse you and create anxiety in your mind. So prepare accordingly, and appear in mock interviews only like 2 or 3, and don't rely too much on your mock interviews. See, because in the end it is you, and you know yourselves the most. No person from the mock interview can tell you much more important or much more honestly what you know on your own about yourself. So take the comments from the mock interviews like a pinch of a salt in your overall preparation, and go to the mock interview just to get a feel of the actual setup, because when you go to UPSC, the things would be somewhat different what you experience in mock interviews. So mock interviews are important, but don't rely too much on mock interviews. I'll give you one example of mine. uh, I had applied. I also enrolled myself for mock interview programs, because everyone does that. So I also did. So one of the most reputed coaching institute in Rajendra Nagar, I went to the mock interview there, and in a one-to-one discussion, after the interview, I asked, "Ki sir, how did my interview go? What are my strengths and weaknesses? If you can tell me." So he told me about some certain things, that you have a good communication skills, but he also told something negative so that I can improve upon myself. So after the conversation, I asked him, "Sir, how many marks can I expect in the overall UPSC interview?" Because people say ki generally what he predicts or what they predict, you get marks in the similar range. So he told me ki I'll get around 165 or 170, not more than that. I was like surprised, because I was expecting good marks. In RBI also I did a fairly good job in interviews. So I was obviously full of anxiety, and I was like thinking and start doubting about myself. And this happened 2 days prior to my interview. So I was really shocked. So because in this marks range, as I thought ki it would be very difficult to get into the final list, because these are average marks only. So I went to Rashid sir, and I talked to him regarding this, and I told ki sir, I have been told ki the marks range which I can expect from my from my overall interview experience, it is around 165 to 170. So what Rashid sir told me is that, which was actually required 2 days prior to examination, final interview program, final interview examination. He told me ki don't take these words as carved in stone. You know the most about yourself. The most important thing, which I also believe, is your confidence and way of articulation, and your being honest in front of the interview panel. If you're confident, honest, and you can put your thoughts and articulate them well before the interview panel, you can easily secure good marks in interviews. So that was a kind of a motivation I needed at that time. And finally, when I went for the interviews, it went well, and I got 201 marks, which was the third highest marks awarded in that year. Highest being 206. I got 201 marks. So basically, the point I want to make is that go for mock interviews, but don't rely too much on their predictions. Secondly, surround yourself with teachers or mentors which can actually motivate you and bring the best out of yourself, and which can motivate you and fill you with positivity, because in the end, only the mindset is what matters at the final day of your interview, because um, it shows on your face when you try to answer. Anxiety, you will not be able to suppress it in front of the interview panel. They are much more senior to you, much more experienced. So, and be honest. Whatever you have written and whatever answers you give, try to be honest. And finally, for the final day of interview, uh, this is what I'll repeat, the what I have also heard from my seniors, that take a good sleep, good sound sleep 1 day prior to your final interview session. Eat good, do not eat too much that you feel sleepy around, because most of the interviews would be happening in the afternoon. So mine was like just before lunch. So eat good, sumptuous food, and drink a lot of water, tea, anything which can keep you awake, and be confident, and do not let anxiety take over, because you have already given so much effort into this examination, right? So anxiety is bound to happen, but it is how you can manage it. On the day of the interview, finally try to keep yourself as calm as possible, and this will only happen if you are confident and full of positivity, and you are determined to give your best during the interviews, because giving your best is the only shot you have in the interviews. So all the best to all of you, and I hope you will all of you will give your best in the interviews and finally get a marks which you deserve. All the best and good luck.